Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jens, for everyone who's new to this channel. Today I have something to fix up. It's the stuff up I did to my brush filter. I built about 6 months ago, just before winter here in Australia. Yeah, I thought I'd do a good thing, but it's like everything, it's not always good to do too much. So let me explain and turn you around. Okay, we're back. So for everyone who hasn't seen my brush filter yet, so this is my two-stage brush filter, the first chamber and this second chamber. And what I've just discovered now, after running this filter for 6 months, so the last couple of weeks I was looking a bit closer, and I was looking into the end bit of this chamber, the last chamber of the brushes, and they were going into these pipes. I extended the pipes a bit higher, but yeah, what was coming out here were very fine particles. Mainly all the algae that is currently in my pond is coming through here. And yeah, I was wondering why all this is happening, and I was investigating quite thorough, and I was checking what's going on in the brushes, and I found that there's a strong currency underneath the brushes. So the water is still going through these brushes, but probably a main current had developed underneath, because it's about a 10 centimeter gap between the floor of the filter chamber and the brushes. And I was wondering how could this happen. So yesterday I had already a theory, and I just gang-hoed into it. Before I go there, I put a buffer plate. You see this plate there? I put a buffer plate on the floor, and I thought maybe that could stop this current from dragging all the fine particles up, and it helped to a certain degree, but not as much as I would have hoped. So I was thinking about what is the root problem of this currency that goes underneath the brushes. And I remembered something way back when I was researching about all these brush filters, the systems, and the main reason you have a gap on the bottom, and if you do it 100% to the books, even a little gap in the top area, is to avoid that you get this stage effect in your filter. So that, because when the brushes are building up with the waste and other particles, of course the water flow through the brush itself will slow down, and to minimize having an extreme step effect at the end of your filter chamber where the pumps are, they always recommend to have on the bottom a 10 centimeter gap, and preferable on the bottom at the top as well. So I thought, my brushes, especially here in the second chamber, they're not that built up. But then I checked yesterday, and I could see, yep, there is a nice biofilm now on the brushes, exactly the biofilm you want. Problem is, I packed these brushes here, I packed them too close. And I started with the first three rows I pulled out yesterday, and I took 2 brushes out and made it much more open. So on today I want to do the rest of the chamber the same way, make it more open. So yeah, after that yesterday at night time I googled it. Basically asked the question on the internet, can you pack them too close? And yes, one of the experts fans of this brush filter chamber, he basically explained that when you put the brushes in, you only have each brush bump each other. You don't stick them into each other like I did. I basically stuck them halfway into each other, and he said that is the wrong way of doing it. When you build the curtains, you only let each brush touch each other, just maybe not even half a centimeter, just only a few millimeters into each other brush. That's what he was recommending. So yeah, this is now today my job, taking the rest of these brushes out, and each curtain take it out and reduce the quantity of brushes on them. Well, at the moment I think by 2 brushes each, and then put them back in, and that should stop the currency underneath picking up all the other fine dirt. I mean, for what is happening at the moment, my water quality is pretty good, but if I'm not doing anything now, I will have at the end of the season more problem, because these will block up. So the same thing I'll have to do on that first chamber, but I'm not doing it today. I'm waiting in at least another a month, because I just salted the pond, so after I'll wait till all the trickle in and other rains have diluted the salt in my pond, so I can pump that chamber up to give it a good clean, because it's due now. We're in the beginning of spring, and by mid to end spring I want to clean that chamber, give it a good clean, ready for the summer, for the big feeding, and that's when I will fix my brushes over there, because the same problem is happening there. But yeah, we'll start with this chamber, because this isn't as dirty yet. I mean, it has a nice build up on the floor, and we'll suck that up today. But I don't want to clean these brushes too much. I just want to get them out quick, take the 2 brushes out, rearrange it, and put them back in, so I'm not losing the biofilm, too much of the biofilm, because this is exactly what I want. I want these brushes to have a nice biofilm to catch the fine particles. That's what the biofilm will do. Okay, I'll come back to you in a bit when I do the first brushes. See you then. Okay, we're back. I started putting the brush curtains out of the filter chamber, and I'm not sure if I can make this clear on this on the clip, but if you see how thick I packed them here, they're each of these brushes is sticking halfway into each other. So, and yeah, it is very, very dense, and the way I understand it, that is the cause that these brushes are not letting the water freely pass through, because to get the perfect effect with brush filters, you want that the water is passing through these brushes, these filaments, and then as the biofilm builds up on these brushes, that is attracting then the very fine dirt. So yeah, right now this here in between is just too thick, and the water passes through, but only, let's say, probably 20-30% of the water is going through the brushes. The rest is just passing underneath. And yeah, that is not the way you want this running. So I'm taking now two brushes out. I just did 2 curtains already. Over there, from each curtain I took 2 brushes out. I take 2 out of here, and I still have each brush touching the other one. So let's see how this all works when it's finished. I hope it will change a bit in the dynamics of the flow. Okay, little update, and I'll come back when I've done all this. Okay, I've done the last brush curtain, so I don't know how good it will come over on the clip. So I took 2 out of each of these curtains, 2 brushes, and I just bumped them together just slightly, so they're not really overlapping much, just a fraction. So yeah, so the water is now a much more easier time to get through the brushes and deposit all the waste and other debris in the brushes, and then the microorganism can digest it. All that biofilm that's on it will work as a huge waste farm or clear sewage farm. So yeah, and one thing what is basically, I now just got confirmed what I heard from other YouTubers. All this, the waste and everything that got trapped in here, nothing of that has any sewage smell. It just doesn't smell much. It's more like I would say like a forest floor, like humus. It's quite pleasant smell. Not like any what you would expect from waste that gets trapped in the brushes, and then you get it out and it just smells like putrid sewage. None at all. It's actually like forest floor. Yeah, when you dig with your hands between the leaves. Okay, that's all the curtains I've done. Cross your fingers for me that this will work, and I will update you probably tomorrow, and I can see after everything has settled how the flow goes through the brushes. Okay, see you then. Bye. Okay, we're back for our update. The modifications on the brushes I did here in this chamber, and spacing them further out. So basically I took 2 brushes from each row out, and then what I did, I placed the second row there, I'll place further down so it almost touches the bottom, and then I put another row straight in front of the outlets where the water comes in, straight in front of it. I did that today after I watched a couple of YouTubers yesterday night, and they had their brushes on their chambers straight in front of the outlets. So I guess it's just to diffuse the incoming water a bit more. And then the last row, I did like the second one, I placed it a bit further down, and yeah, I know I get the water. I put these two pipe extensions on top of the inlet so that the water gets basically drawn in more from the top. I might down the track modify them a bit and just cut maybe another 5-10 centimeter off, so that if I ever have a little bit of a water drop from cleaning the brushes or anything else, doing maintenance, that it doesn't stop water flow. But yeah, I'm very happy. The dirt, it's hardly any dirt now going into these. It's just a couple of little fine ones they do go through, and that is expected after I cleaned these brushes too. So in this chamber, the biofilm is not 100% established yet to basically attract those very fine particles. I mean, what goes through now is it's minimal, and that should be mostly caught by the static chamber over there. But yeah, right now with this chamber I'm happy. The first chamber will be done in a couple of weeks time when I clean it, when I do the main clean, and then I will sort those brushes out. Hey, there we go. My little dog, he doesn't like birds, so he's after some birds. Yeah, this was my little update. As I said, in a couple of weeks time, that first chamber that's on that cover will be getting a full clean, and then I will take 1 or 2 brushes out of each row there as well. Yeah, but that's it. We learn as we go. The tight brushes were good in the beginning. It cleaned a lot out straight up, but down the track when they get dirty, the water can't get through, and then it just looks for the easiest way, and that was basically the bottom, going underneath the bottom, and while it flows through at the bottom, of course, algae that is light, very light, that just goes with it and picks up other little debris that's on the bottom. So yeah, okay, that was my little update for what I modified on the brush chambers. And yeah, if you liked it, give me a thumb up, and then see you next time, and enjoy the hobby. Bye.